Welcome to Correctional TV. Our next story involves 4 deputies who went to work, ended up being forced to stay, and not getting paid for it. But there's a twist to this story. Watch.
3 of these fired deputies still behind bars this evening, accused of smuggling contraband into the Charles B. Webster Detention Center. And we're learning one deputy has bonded out after all 4 went before a judge today.
3 of them granted bond at more than $27,000, but the man you see there at the bottom, Jaquan German, was not.
Sloan O'Cone live outside the detention center for us. So why was just one denied bond?
All right, let me stop that right there. That's enough of that. Deputy, they're not deputies. Deputies do not bring contraband into the jail. They are not deputies. Former deputies, yes. Or as the media likes to term, guards. Why don't y'all use that term? Don't call them deputies. They chose not to be deputies the minute they crossed over the line and delivered contraband to inmates. Let's get that straight, media. Let's correct our verbiage and our usage and misuse of terms. They are no longer deputies. They are no longer employed. They stepped over that line. They no longer deserve the title of officer, deputy, or anything respectable. Let's call them what they are, former guards.
Well, Jaquan German was denied bond because he's also facing an unlawful street gang related charge. And I spoke to Sheriff Roundtree about a month ago, and he says that they've been dealing with problems in this detention center related to gang retributions. Gabriella Anthony, Hunter Piper, Jackie Campbell, and Jaquan German are all charged with violating their oath, accused of gifting shanks, clubs, and drugs to inmates. These are some of over 30 inmates whose Christmas came a little early this year. Of the 19 shanks, 6 were given to accused murderers. Almost all are behind bars facing charges of aggravated assault. The 4 clubs found in the cells of more allegedly violent criminals. One of them, Mark Crawford, charged with 3 counts of possession of a weapon during a crime, 2 counts of armed robbery, drug charges, and now adding inmate possession of weapons. Other goodies included a tightly rolled up paper that can start a fire in the possession of Michael Mitchell, charged with possession of a firearm by a convicted felon, having a weapon during a crime, aggravated assault, and murder. Synthetic cannabinoid pills were allegedly given to inmates like Joshua Stokes, charged with murder, aggravated assault, obstruction of a law enforcement officer, and now felony drugs. So Anthony, Campbell, and German join these men empty-handed and incarcerated. Piper is out on bond. Will stay right here behind me until at least Hunter and Anthony can join Piper in putting up their over $27,000 bond. And we reached out to the Richmond County Sheriff's Office to find out their personnel file, try and get their arrest warrants, and figure out more about the D&E pods. We'll be sure to let you know when we hear back.
A lot of questions about what went on there behind you. Sloan, thanks for the update.
Deputies, definitely not the verbiage to use in this case. Turning to other news, the Texas Juvenile Justice Department will be hosting several job fairs to help replace the National Guard that was called in to staff their chronically understaffed facilities. Just like their adult counterpart, the Texas Department of Criminal Justice, both agencies have faced chronic staffing for well over a decade. Last legislative session, the Texas Legislature failed to address staffing issues with both agencies. The Texas Juvenile Justice Department blames COVID on their latest staffing dilemma. Texas Governor Abbott came under criticism for pulling money from the adult correctional system to fund actions on the border. Now it seems that the National Guard will be diverted to more Texas lockups instead of the border. That wraps up this segment of Correctional TV. If you enjoy watching the latest correctional news and information, subscribe to our channel.